Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. No Matrix. Woke over here for real. No simping. Don't care. Don't care. I don't need none of these broad. I don't. And that's one thing that I would say. Some knowledge and wisdom that I gained from marriage. See? And we're going to get into this. We're going to get into why we as men are to dictate to the relationship, not get dictated to. But I won't be as rude to not quote the scripture, being that this is going to be the Isaiah 4:1 series. Isaiah 4:1 says, in that day, 7 women will take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own food, wear our own clothes, only let us be called by your name, take away our disgrace. The disgrace is how these women, and I said this before, they mistake guys wanting to smash. These dudes will put their wing ding up in anything for love and for marriage. And some of them, they'll marry a woman thinking, like the church guys will marry a woman thinking that's going to guarantee him some sex. But then these women are shut down on them and they end up divorced as well. Ain't no guarantees with these women, man. It's not. These women are scared to fail. They scared of any sign of trouble. You know, they remind me of the appliances. You remember how we was kids, those of you in my age group, how a refrigerator and a stove would last practically your whole childhood. Now you'll have a refrigerator 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and then break down on you. That's what these women ain't built like they used to be. They can't handle tribulation. They don't understand tribulation. They don't understand that 2023 is not 1993. It's just not. Stuff costs more. It's harder to get stuff. It's evil. It's more evil in the air. It was evil in the air back then, but it's more evil in the air now. And on top of the evil being in the air, you got them peoples trying to close in on humanity. So everything is a little bit harder. But a lot of these women are too weak to understand that. That's why listen, if you go marry a woman, she gotta be willing and able to handle adversity, to handle tribulation. Every time something go wrong at your job, oh, well, you just do this. She trying to turn you into a punk where you just got to bow down to everybody. That's not the one for you, man. You got to just know how to pick your battles and know which battles are worth fighting for. And sometimes you have to leave a job. But leave it to these women, though. They want you to stay at bad jobs just so they can play with their little nails, play with their wigs, play with their phones, so on and so forth. And all of these are the reasons why we, and this is what the title is going to be, we dictate to them. They don't dictate anything to us. This is what they do, man. If you a spiritual guy, do not let women use your spirituality against you. Don't. Because trust me when I tell you, I'll put that on my own shoulders, that the Most High is not that much concern with your sex as long as the acts are not abominable. You can have as many wives as you can stand to have as long as you follow his rules and guidelines. But let them tell it they want that control. They don't want you to do that. Like I told y'all, I never even practiced polygyny. All I did, I'm going to show you what happened. Going through a whole bunch of fighting and stuff, I start praying hard. Like I just start praying hard. And the Most High was showing me basically that you are the man read this scripture, read that scripture. So I was reading the scriptures, and the scriptures was saying the head of the woman is the man. The scripture was saying men shall have rule over you. The scripture was saying wives be subject to your own husbands. So everything that the scripture was saying, I wasn't seeing. I was just being blamed for everything, and I wasn't innocent, but I wasn't committing adultery. I didn't mess with anybody, but that doesn't matter. Any of you guys think that matter? All it takes is for you to get a princess, and you gonna see that you don't even gotta commit adultery for them to have a problem with you. And this is why we dictate to them. They don't dictate to us. I notice when you don't care about a woman leaving, they just will not leave. That's what I notice. And you got to be careful in those situations, because if you're not getting along with these chicks will bait you into foolishness. So you got to know, like I told y'all once before, if it's possible that you can get along, you stay out of her business, she stay out of yours, y'all not a couple, y'all just raising the kids together. If that was a possibility, then that's the way it should be done. But a lot of times that's not a possibility, because these women don't want you to get no nut off. They just don't. They want to stop you from getting it, and they don't want you to do nothing else to get it. That's just how they are. But what's this message entitled? They don't dictate nothing to us. We dictate to them. We dictate to them. Period, point blank. They don't like it, they can leave. All they gonna do is, oh, well, I'm gonna take you, I'm gonna get this, that. You can't get nothing that I don't give. Oh, I'm gonna take you, then they start threatening you. They think they can hold your kid. This is why you gotta get your money long, because you gotta have the money to fight against her if she's trying to keep your kids away from you. See, these women, they minds is, the devil can attack them easier. So the devil had them thinking they doing something right the whole time, and the whole time it be them that's messing stuff up. Their discontentment, their flirtatiousness, it be them. I'm telling you, man. And they just came out with the numbers. Women cheat more than men. Women be having emotional affairs. They be having physical affairs. They'll do some crazy stuff, and then they'll lie about it the whole time like they ain't did nothing. They'll be doing strip teases and everything for guys, and they'll be saying they ain't do nothing. Yeah, lie. So, but they don't dictate nothing to us. We dictate to them. They don't dictate to us. See, they got the warning leagues going. And any dude that's letting women dictate to him, I want you to know from the bottom of my heart, I don't hate you. I'm not angry, man. But I want you to know something from the bottom of my heart. You are a simp. You don't let women dictate anything to you. You dictate to them. If they threaten to leave you, your relationship is over. If they physically cheat, your relationship is over. If they attack you physically, your relationship's supposed to be over. Because all they gonna do, they've been attacked you physically, and they get a good lick off you, and you smack them. Now here come the police, trying to be heroes, not even knowing what's going on. So, they don't dictate anything to us. And you ain't getting along with her, don't even tell her how much money you got. You tell her that knowing how much money you got is for people I have sex with, if she's not having sex with you. You don't tell her nothing. You don't owe her nothing. Listen, man, I'm not against marriage, but what I'm saying is, if you have an uncooperative wife, then you shouldn't be cooperating with her. What's you cooperating with somebody that's not cooperating with you gonna do? It ain't gonna do nothing but create even more entitlement, man. That's all it's gonna do. It's gonna create even more entitlement. I don't care. I'm not 22 years old no more. I'm practically 50. I might not feel like it, but hey, the wisdom is there, and I don't care. I don't. So all of that little lovey-dovey stuff, man, I found out years ago that was a fairy tale. That was a myth. I've known that this was a myth before any of this content. I learned that back in 2010, that this stuff wears down and it's a myth, and I don't believe in it. I just don't. You know, I don't believe in love. I don't believe relationships should be based on love. I believe relationships should be based on loyalty and respect, not love. Because love creates princesses. Love is what babies need. Respect is what men need. I'm going to say that again. Love is what little babies need. Respect is what men need. Loyalty, faithfulness, that's what men need. Keeping covenant, that's what men need. Babies need love. Babies need to be cuddled. And I told y'all, man, all you got to do is look at the pictures. I be looking at people's pictures and I'm like, oh yeah, ain't nothing there. Look at that body language. She is not into him. So don't get deceived by the one or two good relationships that's out here. Because what if that's not you? You trying to be like your cousin now, and your cousin now be cheating on each other left and right. So do you and be you. And don't let them dictate anything to you in relationship. You dictate to them. They don't dictate to you. Stop listening to these preachers, these little simp pastors, and any of the simps on YouTube. I ain't gonna name them out of respect, but it's some simps on YouTube that don't have a clue. Hey, listen, man, you ain't been married longer than me. You ain't been in relationships longer than me. I know more than a lot of these dudes, man. They just, I don't even see why they talking, to be honest with you. You're not helping these guys by making them think that it's easy to find these unicorns. It's not. It's not that many. It may not be any. But you got guys on YouTube making people believe that it's a bunch of unicorns out here. I gotta start staying away from these people, man. It seems like these people being getting too close, and I'll have a cough for a day and then it'll go away. These people are sickly. But don't let them dictate to you. And then one of the most disrespectful things a woman could do is yell at you. Because what if I smacked you? What if you smacked her? That's why it just don't make sense for people to yell at people that they don't have no intentions on fighting. It just don't. But that's how people is now. They yell at you, just get away from around them. Don't let these chicks get you in trouble, man. You know whether or not your relationship is even a relationship. I told you already, I don't got no relationship. Now, the papers say something else, but listen, reality is I ain't got none. That's just a fact. And for me to even call it a relationship, that would be simping to the max. I don't even put everything that transpires on here. I don't talk about even a third. But if I called that a relationship based on the things that's said and done and not done, I just lost it. Like, I don't respect myself. But because I respect myself, I say, I ain't in no relationship. And if I ever do again, I'm dictating to that. I'm not being dictated to. So, because I done had money problems here and there, I done had this issue, that don't change, that don't take away a man's manhood. People have money problems. Look what's going on in the United States right now. What's been going on for the longest. This ain't something uncommon, but a lot of these women will hold something that minor against you, against your whole manhood. And they'll be acting like every dude is better than you. Don't let them do that. Do not let these women compare you to other men like they better than you. That's another way and another thing where your relationship just has to end. That's just disrespect. Just, dude, come on, man. What, are you going to stick around till she sucks somebody's dick? Because if she don't respect you, if she does all of that, yell at you, deny you sex, compare you to other men like they better than you, what are you going to do? You going to stick around and wait till she do something? Y'all dudes is too needy, man. We men. We ain't supposed to be needy like this. When I got issues and problems in life, there's nobody to go to. This is how you figure out manhood. Sometimes it's good not to have nobody you could talk to, nobody you could go to, nobody that's gonna help you. When I have financial issue, I don't have anybody I could run to. In the past, I might have a couple times, but there's nobody to run to. When I got issues, who I'm gonna talk to? You see what I'm saying? I talk to myself. I get on my knees and pray. Because if you depending on women with that, you gonna be all messed up. You gotta work out your own, like even the Bible say, in terms of salvation, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Save yourself from whatever situation. You can't, listen, man, these people ain't gonna help you, man. They can't help you. If you dealing with a woman that act like a little kid herself, how she gonna help you? She ain't. She gonna make matters worse. Just keep it to yourself. I know they say, well, you shouldn't leave stuff bottled in. Keep it to yourself, between you and the Most High. Because these guys, I'm gonna tell you something. Don't rely on these guys either. These guys they not like friendly type of people either. They'll be telling your business to their wife, their brother, everybody. Don't be telling these people none of your business. I had to learn this the hard way, because people will start disrespecting you because you'll be confiding in them and it'll be making them not respect you. Or you'll be joking around with them. You can't even joke around with most of these people. I'm learning that too. So when I want to jokes and stuff like that, I'm just going to go to a comedy show. I'm not going to really even be joking around with the majority of these people unless I done inside and out, forwards and backwards, done examined this person and know that this person can take and give jokes. But in terms of these women, they don't dictate nothing to me. You ain't gonna know how much money I got until you in the mix. You ain't gonna know how much I make until you in the mix. And if me and you don't get along, you definitely ain't gonna know nothing about me. And that goes for women at these jobs, women in this public, women in general. They should not be knowing your business if you don't know them or you not in cahoots with them like that. And I go for your own mama too. You gotta watch what you telling her. I ain't telling nobody nothing. I'm dealing with, listen. Y'all too people needy. And you know how I know? Because I've been that way at different times and different points of my life. See, sometimes it's good to get rejected. Sometimes it's good to get turned down, to get rejected, and to get disrespected. All disrespect ain't bad. Disrespect can build character if you handle it the right way. A rabbit running up the street. I ain't never seen them like in the open like that. Normally they be in the grass. He running up the sidewalk. Might be rabid. But you gotta learn how to think with your big head. The head on your shoulders. Not the head hanging over your balls. You gotta learn how to think with your brain. And if you think with your, like I told you, man. See, a lot of times the Most High can't show people stuff because they don't seek Him. We get caught up in all of this trying to make money, and what I'm learning is you should always make time for prayer, even if you're in the midst of financial adversities. You should always make time for prayer, because if anybody can and will help you, it's the Most High. These women make matters worse. You can't even tell them the slightest thing. They be practically finna have a heart attack. Like they just not strong like that. And then a lot of them, some of it could be they weight just done got out of control. That cortisol. But we ain't gonna talk about. Now, this is proven by medical, just not something that I made up. So, don't let them dictate nothing to you. I don't owe any woman anything, and I don't care what they think. I don't hate them. I don't dislike them. Well, some of them I do dislike. But they can't tell me nothing. They can't dictate anything to me. You could either get on the boat, get on my boat, or you can jump overboard and swim to somebody else's. But this here is my boat. This ain't her boat. This is my boat. And then here's another thing. They'll play on it if you don't like jail or you don't want to go to jail. Try to play on it. But listen, I ain't scared of jail now. I did a lot of things in my younger life that I could have easily ended up behind prison walls. But I'm wiser now. Smarter. But it's not something I'm trembling in. Something recently happened a couple years back that, I thought was possibly going to jeopardize my freedom. But when it was investigated, it wasn't no case. So, again, don't let them dictate anything to you. And watch out for the ones that always got something slick to say. You need to get away from around them, kids or no kids. Don't let having kids. I know y'all guys want to be in your kid's life, but let that be an advantage for her. Just don't. But anyway, I'm gone. We shall see y'all when we see y'all with new videos. I don't know exactly when I'm gonna do another video. I might take a couple of days off. I don't know. And then you never know. I might come back with another video tomorrow. You just gotta stay tuned.